What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and look, it's been an exciting day for Everton, really, because it's been an exciting day for a lot of people connected with Everton. Hummel, Kazoo, and Everton. The fans, obviously, the kids, they get behind the kit launches as well. And what I found particularly good about this particular kit launch, it's not been overhyped, it's not been overgummed. Hummel haven't come out with anything absolutely outrageous. No stupid video, which I'm half tempted to make myself just for the sheer banter of it and tag Hummel in, you know, just like the Tottenham one you've just seen. So let me know if you want me to do that just for the sake of it. But yeah, I love the kit. I absolutely love the kit. And I love the fact as well that you can pre-order it pretty much straight away and it's available in 2 weeks. I mean, that you know, you've got none of the issues like Umbro a week before it was due to come out. You haven't got that issue. It is literally here, available, pretty much ready to go. And then the rest of the range, you know, the training top, the white and the blue one, I actually prefer that to the home kit, because the stripes in the blue kit is kind of like off the People's Building and the school and the free school that Everton have made. So honestly, I think they've done a phenomenal job on the kit. I think they've really bought into the Everton fan base, teasing us a little bit, and it's great to see. So, look, I just want to say well done, Hummel, because you've done a sterling job on that kit. You really, really have. I've got to say as well, what I was really impressed with is how they've incorporated. I love the way it looks. You know, it's not over the top. It's not stupid. It's simple, but it's still bold. You know, the arrows going down the side, the arrows on the socks, and it's a stunning kit. I really, really like this kit. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't got one yet. But I'm pretty excited to get it. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great kit. And then I love the fact that the kids are available, you know, from 0 to 6 months. You know, my partner's sister, she's pregnant. So I'll be getting the lad an Everton kit. He's probably not going to be an Everton fan, but we're going to give it a go. But I just love the kit. I just love the kit. I love the launch. I love how simple it was. I love the fact that we all knew when it was coming out, 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I'm not going to lie to you. I did see a picture of it last night. I saw it at about 10:30. It's just a lovely kit. It's just a lovely kit. So I'm not going to go on about it too much. I'm really impressed. Well done, Hummel. Well done, Kazoo. Obviously, again, you promoted it today. You come out and you said it. You know, proud to be front partner of Everton Football Club, and too right they should, because it looks like Aston Villa are going to go down. So they are the key partner. They probably won't be paying Villa as much as they're paying Everton, and you know, they're on the front of our shirt for next season. And again, it fits well. It does fit well. So well done to everyone involved in that kit. Really, really, really impressive. Let's talk about some exciting transfer news. Everton have signed 19-year-old right back, I believe, Ngulun. I can't pronounce his name. We will learn how to pronounce his name. He seems like a very good player, adaptable, quick, fairly skillful from what I've seen as well. But it looks like he's got his head on defending rather than just simply attacking. So it looks like he could do both jobs. Looks like he's going to slot in the under-23 team. And what's particularly impressive about this move is the fact that he chose us over teams like Juventus and Leipzig, which is really positive for Everton Football Club. There's no doubt about that. He's a player that, you know, can ghost past people. There's a particular clip doing the rounds on Twitter where he literally gets the ball, chests it down, brings 2 players towards him and chops the ball with a little touch and flicks inside and gets himself down that wing. That is the sort of footwork that we would love to see. You know, and that was on the left, but I'm pretty sure he's comfortable on the right as well. So very, very exciting times for that young man, and equally for us, hopefully seeing him progress. Because this was one of the areas I was concerned at. Everton getting rid of so many of the, you know, Morgan Fearneys, and, you know, we're getting rid of Fraser. Fraser's gone to, he's gone to France. I can't remember who he's signed for. When. You know, so losing players like Fraser Hornby and Morgan Fearney, and we have lost a few throughout the team. I was thinking, well, where are we replacing them? You know, we did have a really good youth setup. Obviously, they've not made the grade. and now we're bringing in these players from abroad, which is a similar model to Man City, to Chelsea. And look, whether they make it or whether they don't and they go on loan and you sell them, you end up making a lot of money from it. So it's business sense from Everton, it's business savvy. Now, other breaking news that occurred, I think it was more last night, verging towards this morning, is Everton have launched a £30 million bid for Allan. We've kind of knew this was on the table a little bit. Apparently, there's a £6 million deal for him personally on the table as well. Now, look, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's more than he's going to be on at Napoli. But apparently he's waiting for Atletico Madrid or teams that are in the Champions League. Now, the one thing I will say to that is if a player genuinely says that, I do understand. But what they're failing to remember is that our manager is Carlo Ancelotti. Now, I'm not going to say that Diego Simeone is a bad manager. I'm certainly not. He's a very, very good, talented manager. But if you've got a player who's going to concentrate on playing in Spain, where the level is a little bit different, playing more defensive football rather than playing the expansive way that Carlo Ancelotti will play eventually, I don't know if it's for me. Now, I did mention this about him because of his age and everything. I don't think I'd sign him. But there's no doubt he's a good player. There's no doubt he's got real quality. And there's no doubt that he would slide straight into our midfield. Apparently they want 35 to 40 million euros. Apparently Everton have bid 30 million euros. Look, if Everton really want him, they'll go and get him. If it's going to cost an extra 5 million euros or 7 million euros, Everton will go and spend it. I personally don't think they should. I think they should look elsewhere. I want, the team that Everton appear to be building is a team that is longevity. It's a project. They're bringing in players that have still got years under their belt and potential resale value. Richarlison, Bernard, they all still have a resale value. I mean, Bernard, if we sold Bernard now, we'd probably get 15, 20 million for him. Richarlison, we'd probably get 70, 80 million for him because they've got a resale value. Andre Gomez, we wouldn't lose money on Andre Gomez because he's got a resale value. So I would be surprised if they go and get a player that doesn't, personally. So we will see. But I think if we're going to sign Allan, we're going to do it sub 30 million, personally. But we'll see. For me, look, he's a good player. I wouldn't turn him down. But if there is more viable, not necessarily cheaper, but better options, i.e., they've got a little bit more attacking wise about them. Because Allan's only scored 10 goals in 4 years at Napoli. I want a midfielder who can score me goals. Allan doesn't do that. And nor does anyone else in our team. So for me, Allan is nice. It would be a nice to have rather than a yes, go and get him. If you said to me, Mike, you're going to move for a Grealish or a Todd Cantwell or a Maddison, any of those type of players. So players that will score you 5-10 goals a season, then yes, that is a player that I think, yes, we need to go and sign. Go and get me one of those players. Allan doesn't tick that box, and for that reason, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Departing player today from Everton, and this is for the girls' team, is Chloe Kelly. Young striker, I think. Pretty sure she's striker. Very good from what I can see, what I've watched, unless I'm losing my absolute fucking mind. I'm pretty sure she was at the sleepover at Goodison. Pretty sure I was like, yeah, she's beautiful, but let's not go there. Because she's, God knows how old she is, and I'm 28, so she probably wouldn't look at a fat ginger leprechaun like me. But nevertheless, it's going to be a blow for Everton, that is. So good luck to her at Man City. I hope she does well. Obviously, the players at Everton have sold to teams like Man City have gone on to do well. Tony Duggan ended up at Barcelona. I'm pretty sure she's at Atletico Madrid now, doing absolutely brilliantly, and credit to her. So just want to wish Chloe Kelly a successful career in Manchester. Hope she loses to Everton next season, but I do wish her the best of luck, obviously. Apparently Carlo Ancelotti wants Kurt Zouma. I am going to go as far as saying that's not true. I think that boat sailed at the start of last season, or start of this season, although it feels like the season after, I don't think Everton will be going after Kurt Zouma again. There is no doubt Kurt Zouma is a good defender. There's no doubt about it. But I really do feel that Magalhaes will be an Everton player next week, or at least we'll know more about it. So, look, I don't see Kurt Zouma happening unless, you know, Magalhaes doesn't happen. Todibo is probably second choice. That won't happen, potentially. Then I could see it being Zouma. But at the minute, nah. I cannot see Everton going back in for Zouma. You know, he had his opportunity when we all loved him, or most of us loved him. He played really well for us that season. He should have signed. He should have signed. So it is what it is. Everton have also been linked with Weston McKennie. Plays for Schalke. Look, he's a player that he seems a good player. He's an American international, and I did a video a few months ago with Cam on the Mighty Blues talking about the American players, how the German league seems to pick up these players. And look, he seems to be a decent player, but Schalke have really struggled this season, and that puts me off players that have played for Schalke, because I want players who are playing at the top level, and I'm pretty sure Carlo Ancelotti will. So for me, I don't think this is a move that we should be going for. I don't necessarily think he improves us massively. He is a decent player, but I expect him to end up at like Newcastle or Watford. And they are, if there's any Newcastle and Watford fans here, they are a level below us. They just are. So now Sky also come out and said that Everton are going to scout Leon Bailey, and apparently they're Leverkusen are open to selling Leon Bailey for €30 million. Now, Bailey is a good player. There's no getting around that. He's aggressive, he's versatile, he is a good player. But again, when we get linked with these players, I've said this before, I want Premier League experience, I'd rather us go and sign 4 players from the Premier League that know what it's like to compete in it, week in, week out, than go abroad. And that's just because then we know what we're getting to a degree. You know, I said this to Kane the other night. You know, he was talking to me about, you know, some of the other players that Everton have been linked with, and Kane, by the way, has been absolutely brilliant with the graphics and everything lately. The thumbnails are spot on, and I think we both just agree that if you can go and get a Premier League player who's been there and done it, go and do it. I mean, a player that I'd love Everton to sign, Everton need a winger, a player I'd love us to sign is Saint Maximin from Newcastle. He's quick, he's skillful, he can score goals, and I think he will score more goals going forward. But he's a real threat. You know, he's a real threat. Or, although I can't see this happening, Adama Traoré from Wolves. The boat sailed for that a long time ago because Everton were looking at Adama Traoré when we were selling Lookman as a replacement. Should have signed him. Should have gone for him. He was at Middlesbrough at the time. Would have cost us 10 million quid. Now, cost us probably 35, 40. So, for me, he is a good player. He's somebody that I would certainly take. I would consider. But, again, I just want Premier League, me, personally.